Okay. Some points about Red Dragon Rising, which also applies to Red Dragon Green Crescent. So I just got Red Dragon Rising here, even though this is an older strategy and tactics game. It's about, about 10 years old, something like that. And then I also have Red Dragon Green Crescent, I'm not sure what to call it, but the remake. The remake and substantial expansion, Red Dragon Green Crescent. Previewed that, liked what I saw a lot. By the way, I went ahead and got this one, Red Dragon Rising, because I do think that I can enjoy the two different scopes. So this, much more zoomed in from Japan to Sumatra and Java, to North Korea, and then at other times I think I'll want to enjoy the even more expansive Red Dragon Green Crescent. So I'll talk about this game, but it applies to Red Dragon Green Crescent as well. So this game is just too enticing. I've been thinking about this some more. I'm still playing Putin Moves South, but I've been thinking about Red Dragon Rising some more. And this is just too enticing for me to not think about revising it just to suit my own personal needs and interests. So this is not the case whatsoever about wanting a different game. I'm sure this game is great. From everything I read, I would assume that it is going to be a great game experience. But this is what I'm thinking of is separate. So what I'm talking about is a redesign again for not for game purposes at all. So what am I talking about now? I will never reveal any classified information here, and I won't even get close to such a thing. But by way of background or context, I've mentioned this before, although not very often. I'm a military professional. 2, I work in the defense industry, not industry, defense enterprise. And 3, I have my work takes me to this region. My work takes me to this region. Just there, plain and simple. Again, I'm not gonna. That has nothing to do with actions. No, it effectively has nothing to do with my gaming. My gaming is fun, anyways. So set that aside. Yeah, because of my work interest and my work, even needs. I could see redoing this and making it a bit more useful for me. So how would I do that? I'm really just thinking about 2 significant changes, or 2 fundamental changes. Otherwise, I would keep a lot of the stuff the same. 1, combat system. For my purposes, I have to go to a percentile system. Why? Because when I'm going back and forth between game, or even better, simulation, and then reality or real studies, real assessments, etc. Things have to be, for me, things have to be in terms of percentages, real world percentages. Now, of course, dice are percentages too, but I mean even percentages. Not even. I mean direct percentages. It's just I have to have that. So I would switch it to a percentile system. And that's one. And two, probably even more significant, I see changing the turn structure. So in this game, players are alternating. Oh, actually, I should say players are normally alternating conducting an action/operation, action-operation. I think in this game there are some provisions to have multiple consecutive action operations. Can't remember what those are, but basically it's alternating action operation. And so that's that's anything from, bringing an ally or partner into the conflict, moving forces, conducting raids, air raids, airlifting, calling for reinforcements, making a diplomatic effort, all very cool stuff. But anyways, what I'm thinking of is, and I'm going to contrast an amphibious invasion. So is there an amphibious invasion there's got to be an amphibious invasion on here. I'm looking at the action operation table on the map. There's got to be. Where is it? Well, all right. There's got to be an invasion. I don't see it right, unless that's it. Any one invasion susceptible enemy land area. All right, that must be it. All right, so there is amphibious invasion. So I'm going to contrast amphibious invasion with a missile strike attack. A missile strike attack. What I'm thinking of, which is just really, well, it's a variation on this idea of alternating action operation. So if a player chose a missile strike attack, then, like this game, and actually like Putin Moves South, you'd go through your steps. You'd declare, you would commit your forces, you'd execute the attack, execute the result, and then do whatever type of recycling or what have you, whatever the mechanic is called. So what I'm thinking of, that would all be done in a turn. But if you do something like amphibious invasion, I'm thinking of that going over multiple turns, so the player would have a marker to indicate what action operation they've chosen, she has chosen, and then a turn track. The turn track being for the operation. I don't care about larger turns per se, but turns of the action operation. So the rules would stipulate, unlike the missile attack strike attack that would all be one turn, boom, you're done. Then it's the opponent's operation option. If you chose amphibious assault, you would have a number of turns that you have to execute that. Although I would have some provision for canceling. But so your first turn, you would declare, the action, you would select your forces, and maybe you'd move them to a sea area just adjacent to a land littoral beach, what have you, area, your invasion area. Then that turn is done. So then the opponent does an action operation. Then you come back, and then it's the second turn of your amphibious invasion. Then you move. Then let's say you move the forces onto the land, conduct your initial attack, and results. And then maybe you'd come back for a third turn. So each of your action operations would have one or more turns that are executed.